welcome to this week's episode of Hall Financial's Real Estate Producers Show. I'm joined here with Kara and Nicole from Hall Financial. I'm also joined with Alina Valentine from KW Metro Royal Oak. Alina, welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Very glad to have
Hi.
you here.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to being here today.
Yes, of course. So let's get right into it. So what do you love about being a realtor?
Oh my God, this is kind of one of my favorite questions, really. I think in a nutshell is helping people. From the beginning of my career, I've always thought there's a few non-negotiable items, that is one, is putting your people first and creating an undeniably good experience for them. You're a part of their process of buying a home, which is such an intimate thing to be a part of.
Right.
Imagine you facilitate and it's not a transaction, an opportunity for a lot of these people, because agents have a huge impact upon, in a normal market, huge caveat, a huge impact upon that person ending up in the home that they dream of, and pairing their needs with their wants. It is the trick to really making sure that that person is going to end up in a home that they actually dream of.
Right, yeah, so it's obviously a very wild market right now, and to be able to help a client figure out what it's a huge moment in someone's life. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
right.
It's one of the biggest purchases or moments of someone's life.
Oh my God, where do we start with this market? You're gonna make me sweat.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God, we have all been taking a battering. I don't care how long you've been in this business, this market has been incredibly challenging for all of us.
Right. So in July, we actually saw that listings were up 6.5%.
Right.
So what do you think about that? Because, it's been a roller coaster of down, up, like lumber prices are high, so inventory is low.
I think there's a few things that created this monster of a market that we are here now. And so that the increase in inventory is correlated to that. Low interest rates, increased buyers, a lot of millennials are out there purchasing homes. All of these things have resulted in the shortage of inventory is really, this is why we're here. But the tides are changing. We are seeing, based on what you just said, and it's true, that the tides are changing.
So do you think that it's becoming easier for buyers right now? Like in today's market, do you think it's easier right now?
Yes, depends on the home.
Okay.
Depends on the home that we're referring to. And that's what my experience has been. It has slowed down because some of the listings that I do have, one of them specifically now, one of the girls on my team, I'm literally teaching her what to do with the property that doesn't sell, which you couldn't hear that 60 days ago.
Right.
So that is a whole new, and she's calling me freaking out. And I said, listen, take this as an opportunity. It's uncomfortable for you to have these conversations with the sellers, but you have a clear outline of what needs to happen. And so, yes, I am seeing a slowdown, but it's based on it's very property specific with what I'm seeing so far.
So what price point would you say is slowing down the most, or might be a little tougher now to sell? I
wouldn't put it in a price. I don't think it's price specific. I think it's property specific.
It's property, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to pigeonhole it to a property itself. Give it a number. No, it's property specific. So this property has problems, and 60 days ago, I would have sold it in a heartbeat. Even if the price would have been completely unreasonable, now the market pushes back. And I gave the seller the warning. I said, listen, you have problems with this property, a lack of flow in the property. And there's certain challenges that buyers cannot visualize and see how they're going to live in there. Basically, the market is definitely pushing back on that.
Alina.
Yeah.
You have said, you are Hall Financial kind of a realtor, because you said something very important, that these are not transactions. These are opportunities to help somebody find the home of their dreams.
Absolutely.
And on the flip side, let's talk about listings for a second. What are your 2 or 3 favorite tips that you can give for just before somebody lists their home with you?
I love that question, because you go into these people, and a lot of these clients that we love so much have the need caveat. You need to hire the proper agent to guide you through the process, because it can be really, really difficult. I think the top 4 things that should be non-negotiables, and I tell this, and I'm pretty not forceful, but
Firm.
very, very firm with I'm telling pretty much this needs
Strongly
to happen.
encouraging.
Because I'll tell you what, the reason why these things are very achievable for a very minimal amount, and actually elbow grease. Anyone can get on their knees, clean their floors. If they're going, anyone can do that. Anyone can clean their house. There's not a worse feeling when you walk into a house and it's completely dirty, unorganized, you name it. How could a buyer see any opportunity in there when they cannot look past their stuff? Hide and shine. Your very first thing that you need to do is hide and shine. Hide and shine, declutter. I don't care if you take a closet and you're going to be like, please do not access, because I know what I've got in there if you open. Ooh. I don't
have
care.
one.
Hide and shine. That's super, super important. As an agent, as a value proposition, when I see people not having the ability to do that and don't have the will, I will actually, as part of my marketing plan and what I'm bringing to the table, I will bring a cleaning lady and I'll get it done, because I know ultimately that is going to benefit the seller tremendously. That's number 1. Number 2, lighting. How important is lighting? You put in a little bit of money and you address the lighting, guess what? That house is going to show a million times better. When you do your makeup, what is the key? You have to have a proper lighted area
Very
in
true.
order for you to have the desired outcome, right?
Yeah.
3, I believe that it's going to be photography is absolutely super, super important. So hiring the proper, and that's another value proposition for me to the seller. I will bring the best photographer, we'll take the pictures, and ultimately the more people we drag through the house, through the doors, the more opportunity we have to sell that for the optimum amount. I forgot one, and it's equally as important, is paint. Least amount of money in, most money out. It's like walking out with no mascara. It's like you do your makeup and you miss the mascara. It's like, no, you got to finish. It's the least amount of financially painful for the seller with the most return. And if you have really bad carpets, that would be it too.
So-
But I will keep it with the 4, because I do not want to overwhelm. And each house has its story, and I customize my advice based on what that house tells me. Now, if we take it staging, et cetera, but these are the 4 non-negotiable things that I really think anyone should do. You're leaving thousands on the table, period.
Okay. So follow-up question to that.
Yeah.
When you have a listing now, and maybe somebody will say, I want to wait until I look at a few houses. Maybe I need to find one before I list. Are you still feeling that in the market, or can a seller feel comfortable listing their home and then looking for a home?
Comfortably. I think the new normal for us, this market has created new standards. That is one of them. As sellers, they list their house and they ask for occupancy. That is the easiest way for you to put the house on the market, know what you're gonna net, and then find your dream home based on that, and doing those 2 in tandem. Yes, it's a lot. I find it. Yes, it is easier. It is easier, but you also have to set proper expectations to the particular seller or buyer. Hey, it's going to take us potentially a little bit longer than normal because of the competitive nature of the market. So setting proper expectation is also a very, very important component of the guidance that we give our clients.
And kind of switching gears from listings
Yeah.
to finding that home. So let's do a little bit of a role play.
Sure.
I'm a first-time home buyer, kind of freaking out. I'm pre-approved, of course, through Hall Financial, but but I'm kind of freaking out. I really love this home. I really want to put in an offer, but I'm a little intimidated by it. So what type of advice would you give me in that scenario?
So what intimidates you about this property?
I'm scared to be a homeowner. There's so much that goes to it.
So what specifically you think about that homeownership that is freaking you out currently?
It's a lot of responsibility. That's a lot of debt to be in.
Sure. How do you feel about actually renting for years, taking that money and have no result whatsoever? You're taking that money, and actually I encourage you to look at the leasing market right now and see what's out on the market. I guarantee you what you're going to see is, if you're going to price you're going to compare side by side. You're going to be like, oh my God, of course I should buy a house. Let's not mention, fast forward to probably 5 years from now. Granted, I cannot predict the market. I don't know what's going to happen, because if I had a crystal ball, you would be in the Bahamas on my yacht right now. I cannot predict what's going to happen in the future. However, chances are that you're going to gain equity in this property, and when you make that move, because you're going to get married, because you're beautiful and young, what's going to happen? You're going to have children. You're going to go to the next property.
Right, let's do it. Put an offer in.
Absolutely.
And Kara, after Alina puts an offer in for you, Hall Financial will get this done in 21 days or less.
Oh, yeah,
so you're going to be
absolutely.
I can
homeowner
attest
quickly.
to that.
I talk to my
We just had
home
a
loan
deal with
advisor
Hall
all the time.
Financial. I will say we got the clear to close in 19 days.
Hey.
I love to hear it.
19 days. It's true. I was like, wait, what? Okay.
That's right.
One last question for you.
Sure.
What areas do you feel are most affordable in the Metro Detroit area?
Are we referring to up and down Woodward corridor? What areas
Whatever you
are we talking about? I think if you're going to look in a really trendy city, you're going to take Ferndale, Royal Oak, whichever, and you're going to go out of those cities, you're going to find more affordability, because people are being priced out of those really hot areas, and you're going to find that the up and coming cities are always going to be surrounding those cities that are happening. Birmingham, Royal Oak, Ferndale, etc.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Alina, for being here. It's been a treat having you here. We've
Yeah.
had a lot of good laughs, and
Yes.
make sure you don't leave your home without mascara.
That's
So, and of course the hide and shine method. I absolutely love that. So
Shine and shine. Well, thank you for having me. This was really fun.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes,
Thank
of
you.
Thank you
course.
so
We appreciate
much.
you.
Yeah.
Of course, and thank you everyone for watching and tuning in. And make sure when you're looking for a new home, connect with Alina Valentine from KW Metro in Royal Oak. And we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.